Hello everybody, my name is Andy and welcome to another video. This is going to be episode 3 of LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2. This is episode 3 of part 2 of Season 2. Okay, so last episode it was, what is it, episode 3, right? Yeah, I did. Um, Last episode is pretty much the whole, like, introduction to the tournament. Had the ninja going through some things, even though I feel like they especially should get special clearance, but apparently not, because they didn't get an invitation. Well, assuming that was what was the deal with the little, uh, the little glowy source dragon things. But I guess, I don't know. I guess instead of inviting them to the tournament, they were all, hey, let's go check out, let's go warn Lloyd about this, and they did. So I guess because they already visited, they technically didn't give them their invitation. But you know what? I kind of like that. It's kind of funny. It's a complete inverse of what happened in Tournament of Elements, where they were the first ones to get their invitation. Like especially, that one was weird too. It was like a hidden and fortune cookies that would explode. But these were cool. Little source dragons flying around, giving people their invitations, and seems to be like there's a lot of people that we still don't even know, because like all those people, I guess, wearing the tournament robes, I assume. It was like very basic. It was like a yellow and blue pattern. It looked kind of nice, kind of cool too. Anyways, I'm interested to see what this episode is all about. It says they gather for the feast is the title name, and I assume this will be like a dinner episode. They all sit down at the table and they all talk to each other, give us some good insight on the characters around, and that's what we like to see. Anyways, not sure what else to mention before the video. As always, please go watch the official release when this releases on either Netflix or Peacock, apparently. Yeah, go check them out on there. Uh, as for the purpose of reacting, I am watching this on a undisclosed source, and but this doesn't mean you should too. Uh, will watch the official release when it comes out on October. I think it was the 10th or something. But yeah, go watch it there, then come back watch it here. And yeah, my name is Anday, and if you like the episode, please stick around for the commentary that I do afterwards. After that, we'll react to it. I'd like to go in depth into see all the little things and talk about it of these episodes. So please go check that out, or check me out. Stay a while. Listen to me ramble on about things that don't make sense or very pointless in the grand scheme of this series. Anyways, uh, thank you if you have been here since the first reaction to the first episodes. We're I think about last year now. A whole year's passed since then, and I need to up my editing. Anyways, thank you for. I think I should start the video already. I've already rambled on enough. So let's get into it. This is Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising, Season 2, Episode 13, Part 2. Well, I guess it would be easier to say. This is episode 2 of Part 2. But nah, it's fine. We're fine. Anyways, yeah, if you like this video, please check out my other reactions to seasons past, like the last season and Part 2, or the other parts of the seasons, like part 1 of season 2, or part 2 of season 1, or part 2 1 of season 1. Anyways, let's get into it. Dragons Rising. Okay, gather for the feast. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Play. Ooh, little Aaron. Look at him. Oh, he made his own. Woo. Wait, is this not being capped? I think I made the audio too low. Whoops. Let's fix that. Bam. No. This one. Bam. No. Okay. You know what? We'll go right there. Hopefully that's good enough. If not, then I'll cry. And I'm already crying. Bam. Cloud Brain specialties. Wow, that was that was like probably a really good episode, and not like at all what you would think it to be. You know, like usually if it would go to okay, this is a they gather for a feast and usually like a dinner episode, and what at least I thought it was gonna be an episode where they all talk on a dinner table or something like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure they still would have done that, and it would have been pretty good, right? But just how it's framed, like well, more introductions, going around the area, seeing what stuff is going on there, and then meeting that whatever that was, the seven-headed dragon thing, and then meeting other people like Fract and Mucoid Man. I literally just forgot his name. Xantance. It's it's like a silly name, but also like a name very hard to remember. Um, like crazy. Also, like well, from there even just going to the dinner like area was cool. Seeing a little other people, and I really love that moment with Nia meeting or reuniting, I guess, with Tox and Pale Man. They're great. They're cool. Uh, and also from well, at least from there, even I like in the dinner area where we see Trick show up and do and cause all that. It was crazy to see not Roz be the causer of conflict slash just like cause stuff going on there. Like that's something you wouldn't expect. Uh, for like you wouldn't think there'd be another party showing up and causing all that going on. You think it would just be all from Raz. For real, like, and even then, just from there, you go into the scene where they're all there, just chilling in the dorm, I guess, to where it's a sneak attack from a bot that has a plant from the mother garden laced with acid, I would assume. I like how Nia caught on to that and then went to Tox. And I like how it was such like a little moment of shifting like blames. Like first I think it was Roz, then it went for Tox because the little thing going on there. And then it went to Xantance because of the mother garden relation. And it is nice to see. He owned up to it, saying if it makes everyone comfortable, he will leave. Which, unless they pulled some 4D, oh, I've always hated the ninjas ever since they came to my realm. But he's been like a sweet guy ever since the first season. I don't think he would do this. I wouldn't think he would do it. I don't think he's the bot sender attack. But you know who is? You know who did? You know who creates robots? Do you know who can fix a robot if they wanted to, and could make and do you do bad things? Harumi. I don't know why Harumi would be going after. Well, I guess if depending on. I mean, would Harumi know if the ninja went in there if they weren't even invited? So he would to her it would just be attacking random people at the you know random people at the place, and even then it would be like, wow, like that's crazy, like you know. So like if she had that knowledge of them not being there, plus the knowledge of how to make robots, Alibaba powers aside, I'll get to that in a second here. But like, yeah, would it be her? She done this? She made Mr. E. Well, presumably Mr. E was made by Harumi. I don't know. I haven't read her book. It hasn't been. I'm not sure if it's been translated yet. Uh, or she found Mr. E. Echo Zane and gave him the upgrade he needed. And then when Mr. F came around, I mean, we don't even know for sure it was her that fixed him up. Like, it could have been anybody. Or he was in some sort of production, you know? So I'm saying, it could have been Harumi. You don't know. We don't know. And, yeah. Let's get into the episode breakdowns. Where is the thing? Here. I like how we started off in, adventurous music. That was nice. That was a nice touch. We see Aaron's... I think this is Aaron's house. It looks similar to the house on the right. On the left, I guess. So yeah, you see Aaron here training with brew, broom wool, broom woo. I tried to say it like broom woo, but it all came out so wrong. And like how the detail he was great. There's like a coat hanger there, a whole broom, some string, rope stuff with cloth pieces. That's nice. Very good, Aaron. Do we see bullies guy? Ooh, get out of here! Oh, this Borg Tower. That's nice. There's even this going on here. It's good that they put a lot of thought into this, like one little bit flashback, giving it warmer, warmer colors, and making sure they don't bring stuff from the merge lands here, because it would be so easy to just leave like a huge building or something like that. But no, they got Borg Tower right there. That's nice. The Mask Convention is in there somewhere, but we don't know. We don't know. Yeah, well, you got a band-aid. Who bit you? Yeah, but just making fun of the ninja. Just a bunch of babies in pajamas. They have the Harumi gaslighting. Like for real, the ninja have saved everybody even before these kids are born, and presumably whenever. We don't even know how old Aaron is. Okay. He's like teenish, I guess. At least in this area, where he was like just getting his mid legs. He has little short legs, but he skipped the mid legs. You know, the new thing that was introduced. I think it was Harry Potter or something like that. It was it's like little legs that are smaller than the regular Lego legs, but you can bend them and such. So like yeah, he skipped that, I guess, or that happened within presumably however long it's been since the merge happened. I think it was. Did the 5 years thing, was that true? I remember hearing that somewhere. That it was 5 years in the quote unquote, well, the first season really. 5 years since the merge. At least 2 to 5 years, I would assume. Well, it's been at least 2 years, I think, if that makes sense. But yeah, like we don't even know what's that's about, and even to hear, see, we don't see much of. But yeah, I like how this guy shows a fract, and I'm very curious uh what really what he was from, like what's his family. Was he is he really is a Geo Whipper? Is he Constricti? What's his thing? Also, wow, Snake Boy. They really are kids that grew up in Ninjago City if they have this to say about him. Like, wow. No, I don't mean to say anything, but like if you looked at the past Ninjago seasons, what they thought of Serpentine, that's some yikes, dude. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, Bros here saves Frack here saves him. And it's great. It's nice to see a ninja be like, well, yeah, it's nice to see a ninja be friends with the snake for once, because back then they were thought of as an ancient evil, but now we have snake friends, which is great. And I like Frack. He's cool. He's very cool, very nice. Uh, I like his hoodie piece here. I could totally make a paint figure of him like tomorrow. Okay. Here's a how to build tutorial real quick. If you want to make Fract, simple. Just take the orange head of a Geo Whipper, right? Plop him onto a gray hoodie. Put some. Is that black or blue? Let's see. Is that black or blue pants he's got? Because I didn't get that in gear color. Yeah, it's blue. Okay, so blue jeans, I guess, short legs, gray sweater, snake head, orange hands, and boom, custom fract. Video will be out soon. Uh, whenever these drop. I still gotta make. I gotta make customs for the first season, man. It's like something I really want to do, but also like it takes a bit, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, he likes Master One Ninja, which is great. Very unfortunate if he would have known or seen what the ninja did to Snake's past. Yeah, that was crazy. But it's times have changed, of course. Things are better now, and they've learned to accept that snakes are people too. Well, Serpentine. But yeah, you just talked about a perfect Spinjitzu name. Does this mean he learned how to do it during the? I thought it was during the merge, or is he like preset uh learning basic sort of Spinjitzu, like a free Spinjitzu, I guess, but even before his little, it's like a little circle kind of deal. But yeah, like what's his level of training is what I'm curious about. And I mean, like, yes, I've taken it pretty seriously because even as a kid, he has gloves on, which is something I noticed when I was making his custom. But yeah, it is nice seeing friends. But yeah, here he is back here in this. I want to make, I want a minifigure of this clothing. Like, if you can just put pretty much anything on this, wear like any character, it would look pretty good. I think. So like you can make him. You can make him. You can put like just any character on top of it, and they'd be like, "Hey, they're turning me in the elements." So that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'd hope they make. We have more minifigures that they won't make minifigures of. We have more characters that they won't make more minifigures of IRL. Like, it's so sad, dude. Like, man, we need a lot. We need a collectible minifigure series. We need all we can get. We need all we can get. That's all I'm saying. Like, come on. But yeah, he's his friend. He says it out here, being hauled by security pods. And these guys, I mentioned it before, but they're really cool design, and I probably will get their minifigures. Detail too. Shuriken. Yeah, Elements of Master Quake. And he does an earthquake right here, which even alerts these people. So that's interesting. Like an earthquake, like that just gives me vibes of what was it, Earthquake Man from freaking My Hero Academia, where his power is to like create vibrations and cause earthquakes. Well, I mean it's a little more than that. He's able to like when he fought Muscular, he shook his arm so much that it made his muscles dependent in order for Deku to get that punch in. Uh, for here, it just seems to be okay. He concentrates and he makes earthquakes happen, which shakes just the whole earth. Which that's a pretty effective power. If he's able to stabilize himself and make everyone else like all woozy, that's like a very good power. Really, like bro lucked out on it, and like this is so cool. We never had elemental master that's a snake. Well, serpentine rather, which is cool. This is very cool. I like this. It's very neat. Yeah, here we have back to this intro. Was great. There's Aaron's blue mask, which is kind of neat. So I like the new costumes. Oh, they didn't. I hope they changed Lloyd in the intro to have his master, Sensei Lloyd. Well, would it be master or sensei? Hold on. Actually, well, I mean, from the way they're talking about master, presumably to mirror Lord Roz, Master Roz, I guess. It would make assumption between hold on, let me look this up. This might be good. No, I don't want the difference between a MasterCard. Difference between Master and Sensei. I'm not reading the AI part. Master is a teacher of a martial arts, or a Sensei is a teacher of martial arts. That is true. Master Wu, Sensei Wu, teach the ninja to play, or to learn the master martial arting Spinjitzu. And a master is a very high rank black belt level expert in a particular martial art. Okay, so a sensei is a teacher. A master is a high rank black belt level expert in a particular martial area. A master can be a martial arts school owner or advanced class instructor. A sensei is typically a black belt, but the title means teacher, not a specific rank. Ah, okay, that definitely puts more introductions on things. So, really, I would agree. Sensei Wu was a sensei for a good while. It wouldn't be until season 11 when he gained the role of master, especially when he beat up everybody and the whole ninja tube to show like he was beefed up for real. Like, and I really like it. I would say master really fits him well because even back then he had like a black belt too. That's how you knew he meant business. But yeah, like rest in peace, Master Wu. You would have loved the tournament of elements. Showed up with his realm of creation and his bye bye. I guess elemental dragons. Imagine if they showed up here. That would have made the tournament crazy. But yeah, like if anything, I would say Master does fit the rank of uh Lloyd then, right? Because that would make sense. So I'd say Lloyd. I guess I'd say has a good ring to it, but like Master Lloyd, that's even better. His face. We love you, Ryo. But yeah, he mentioned he's the one there with worthy, causing a shake. Yeah, here we have Ninja here, and so far, the Lloyd's in his regular form or regular. You have Normally Cake by. Great, we love you, Cole. Aaron Spies are the best, and I like how we got Aaron lore. He's the one who taught Aaron how to make his pies, and that's actually really cool. That's cool. Look at the detail on Ryu though. Just off topic, this pattern on him, the scales of lighting, looks great, dude. He looks great. Okay, so he gets. Okay, well his phone buzzes, and he picks it up, and he has a purple phone. Does this mean Master Century? Or does this mean Roz? He's Roz's master. He said his Master Century. Because we don't even get a name of whose master is. Yeah, but apparently whoever his master is, they does not like anyone to be. Okay, so he is his master. Who is he? Is his master Roz? I assume so because I assume not because he didn't have any ill intent towards Aaron or the other ninja. In fact, you for real like fanboys over this moment of Nia here. Which is great. The little thing in her eye. That was sweet. That's kind of sweet. And it goes to show like these people are like probably the most famous people in the world, at least from especially the newer people in Ninjago and the Merge Realms. Like the ninja are definitely like huge tier celebrities. Everybody. And I like how he fanboys here about it. Like, Nia knows my name. Awesome. Very cool. He's even more of a fanboy than Aaron. But yeah. Roby Master of Ceremonies, Uncle Blecht. I guess it's Uncle Blecht over him. Like, bro, he's not your uncle. Yeah, Minister of Boring got him. Yeah, we see other people here. I assume these are all Elemental Masters. You have her here. You have Elsa Hare, Merlopian, this guy. This is kind of like that one guy from Imperium. I can't remember his name. This girl here. This other guy. Do they look the same? Is it model swapping or model changing, or is it the same guy, or is this elemental power or duplication or something? Or it might be a case of them reusing models to fit. But it's fine. Well, I mean, now that I look at it, and really it's just a lighting, but his hair is reddish compared to this guy, so it's probably I'm probably making sense. And here we see this guy looks so cool. Okay, we have another guy here. And the Merlopian, this guy who looks like he would be in the Lego movie too, Apocalypseburg. So you have this is a skeleton warrior, or a skeleton warrior, I guess. I forgot their name. Bone warrior. This is a bone warrior. And we have this guy, this big guy here, which he looks pretty cool. You can use a Thanos body for this guy. Like, look at him. He's huge. Thanos body. You can use Venom gloves for his hands. I can make this custom tomorrow. Yeah, but I like his headpiece here. This cool. Got like gold in there. Oh, you could use Nia's head even. You use a red. Okay, I know it got me crazy, but I know how you can totally make this figure. Thanos body, Thanos arms, Venom hands, and you can use the what's the name of them? The freaking the ice people from season 11, the White Walkers, the guys with the who the Ice Emperor took over and corrupted with his ice. you can use that helmet because it's red for this guy, and then you can use Nia's golden face print or face thing for the this part here. And then for the horns, you can just use Nia's crown piece, and boom, you got a figure of whoever this guy is. My gosh, I could totally make this one. It's like not even. Wait, did you just beat him in arm wrestling? Wow. And bro's confused about that. He's like, huh? And I kind of like that. He uses Killo's body proportions because look, he's got a belly there. Also, a minifigure with fingers, or I guess a big figure with fingers. He's like, huh, how do you have fingers? But apparently this dude is strong enough, he beat him in arm wrestling. So, like, these are definitely capable people. And even Aaron thinks so. He's surprised by that. Oh, and here we have this guy. He's cool. I like his headpiece there. Got like a biker slash freaking what's that line where this like recent Lego line where they can put like a helmet on them and they're like and they have this working motorcycles and you pull back on it and it goes whoosh, you know? He reminds me of that. He could be an easy thing to make too. Plus you get a wheelchair. You'd have that. There's this girl here. I assume it's a girl. Melopian, another girl here, and this one looks cool. I like her goggles. Goggles plus Garmadon headpiece. It looks interesting with the black and this little pattern here, the purple. Well, it does match your goggles too. And maybe wait, do these two know each other? Maybe they could be like a couple or something like that. But also like the little pattern here, with all black and a little hint of gold. Is this insinuating this is a Vengestone helmet? Maybe. Well, that probably would deter her powers, whatever they are. These just look really cool. And I like how we get so many elemental masters. I hope we see them all. Yeah, keen detective skills. I hope we see them all and see what all their powers are. At least their names. Well, not in so much the names, but at least learn what their powers are. Because I'm so interested. I so want to see. And we see here with Wildfire and Rhodey. I think, does Girl have a crush on him? Because she looks excited on everything Rhodey says. Yeah, 7-headed dragon. Oh, there's this guy again. And her. And him. 7-headed dragon. Which, this looks pretty cool. Would this be what, would this be what essentially the Source Dragons represents all in once, you know? If they all came by before, would they choose a form like this? Hold on. There was another, I've heard of a dragon that's similar, but I can't recall what it was. Multi-headed dragon. No, not from Elden Ring. All you have to do is look up kaiju in the answer. Does anyone remember Orochi? The 8-headed dragon. Oh. Okay, yeah. It's kind of one head off, but close enough. It says here. 1994 film Yamato Takuru. During Toho's 90s Godzilla run, they made this fantasy film in an attempt to spread out a bit with the Toku stuff, and it bombed at the box office. Oof. Well, at least I think there's even an Orochi Easter egg in Monsterverse. Pretty sure. Let me look him up. Orochi Kaiju. But it would be cool if this was inspiration for whatever this instrumental piece here is. I tried to look it up, but I don't see anything. Well, though I did recall there was a reference to that dragon. It's somewhere in the Monsterverse because there was a little mention in King of the Monsters about what's this. So we can hear this little statue thing here. Well, not even a statue, just like a mural almost, painting-esque, which is cool to see. But we get here a little thing of and I like her agreeing, like, yes, 7-headed dragon is so cool, which, like, you would believe she would say that. Like you would believe her being like, yeah, that's really really cool. And his little wink at her. There may be something brewing here. Who knows? And Woid's caught up in like, whoa, bro, what? See, she gets it. What does she get, Rhodey? Come on, Zane, say your words. She's clearly the smartest one. Wow. I think it was here. I have no record of a 7-headed dragon. Well, I mean, you have a record of a 4-headed dragon. Well, unfortunately, used to be 4. Rest in peace. And the history of any realm which I am acquainted, which I would assume not that many realms. Cause he would have been what? Like, actually, this is an interesting thought process. Hold on, let me think about this. He's been to the underworld. He's been to the He's been to the underworld. He's been to the Digiverse, I guess. He went to Okay, there's underworld, Digiverse. What happened after that? Ghost. He didn't go into the ghost realm, nor did he go dimension hopping with Moro. He forgot about what happened in Skybound. Not good season. He didn't go anywhere in Sons of Garmadon. He went to the realm of the Oni and the dragon, but we only saw like a good collective few dragons in that area. And then he went to the Never Realm, and then they didn't go to many realms after that. I guess there was Prime Empire, but that was separate thing from the merge or the Digiverse. And then they went to well, this is counting like less merged places and more so just locations. He went to the administration, which was in the realm of madness. He went to the world of madness technically. So he went to well, I guess whatever realm Imperium was on, because actually we don't even know what realm Imperium was in, if it even calls itself a realm. That's something to think about. And then he went to, well, I mean, he woke up in Imperium, so even then he wouldn't even know what was all the stuff going on there. And we don't even know what that was. How he ended up there. That was also interesting. But yeah, like he was there, and then he went to I think it was Mysterium next, because that was the next season, and then the Wildness. So, if any realm which I am acquainted, how many realms are you acquainted with? Speak, Zane. But yeah, explain that. It was something to honor the Swift Dragons, I think. But that's a really cool image, and I hope we see something similar. It would be very... It would be... But of course, that's because it's not real. And Wildfire here being like, yeah, are you sure about that? Or at least too dreamy-eyed to notice, which I could see this going on, to be honest. It's our interpretive art representing the 7 importance of the... I'm sorry, is the sea Wildfire back there? That's funny. The 7 Sword Dragon missed, if you believe it. Which, if it's a Sword Dragon, you would believe it, because this is all honoring them. All of the matters of Sword Dragon have the game's created forever ago. So it'll be the gifts of Sword Dragon, make a card to compete. Tucker rules first. Someone loses the match, they give their power to an elemental cup. So, this thing is cool. And it has both powers. I think this was in the set also. The city of whatever set. The winner ends up with elements and power. So that's kind of neat. That's pretty cool. So does that mean did the robots use like a similar power when they invaded the stuff going on? Hold on, let me look this up. Ninjago. Celebrations. Man, I also want to say, but I don't have the money. Oh. What? This is a Santa set. Never mind. What's the new one called? Which one is what's the set called? City of something? City of Temples. Here it is. Ninjago Tournament Temple City. That's a cool dragon. Yeah, you got Pale Man here. And yes, Rhodey has the cup in the set as well. And that is based on what? Based on coolness, as I say. Yeah, it would seem here that unfortunately this set does not contain the cool jacket piece that we have here. But it's fine. I'm sure eventually in the future we may have sets of new people that will let us. And the minifigure for Black is interesting. He doesn't have the thing on. Well, at least he doesn't have, his beard isn't 3D, which is weird. And yeah, you get a temple guard. You get, I guess, is another master. Because you have this girl here, and I forget if she has a name in the set. Well, whatever. It's pretty base. I hope we get more sets. So the more characters, give us characters, people. But yeah, I'm interested in what this thing is. If it's apparently been around since forever, because its tournament has been around forever. The winner enters their powers, and then they're given back. The champion returns and given mortals to be given. Wait, hold on. There's something interesting here. Okay, so the winner has their powers. What else did they say? Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. I was pressing the right button. That commemorates the sword dragons. Okay, so it commemorates that. What I thought was when it first happened was, they give their powers back, and then the sword dragons give more elements all around, which would be crazy. Yes, it is kind of super risky. What if the winner is evil? Go grow. It's like, stop stressing, dog. Nothing has ever happened, like ever. Only games master me knows the secrets of his cup. There you go. So like, yeah, that is a good back to pedal rather. On in case anybody who has all the powers goes rogue, the guy with the master cup here knows how to. Which I mean, it is a good idea. It is safe unless somebody just yoinks the cup out of their hand and then takes it with them. But yeah, here we have Blecht. Or Zantans. Zant-Tans. Why did I say Blecht? Yeah, the leader of the Mother Garden. He was also in the realm of the wildness, I think. Yeah, his spell master is plants. His hands closed. Does this mean the other guy died? Because we know for sure, bro did not, he didn't, well, I mean, unless he met a mucoid and, did the thing, would they result in, him having plants? Him having plant powers? Also, kudos to the reflections of his hands going on there. But yeah, bro just thought he was very good at gardening. That was great. Can we get a minifigure of him now? Now that we can see he has an element, can we get a minifigure of him now? I could already see a shell piece for the back. But yeah, like I would assume the cup tier, this is really just in reclamation or whatever, and this thing is the actual thing of power, the little crystal gem thing, which I would assume it could be. It's not the same color. It's different. It's like a special thing, but I would assume that it's like the made of essentially the same thing Ched's staff was, the little thing on top, the crystal kind of thing, but it was only found on his island or whatever. So like this to be there too, like would this be made of the same thing or it's colored differently? But I wouldn't. I don't know. But it is cool though. I'm interested to see how this thing works. And yeah, we have this really neat passage of time too, where them being, it being like a meet some of the competitors, which is good. We'd love to see discussions of characters meeting each other and being reunited / knowing of more people. And you have this cool little time passage thing with the sky going, and the lighting is so good too. The shadows. Look at that. Just look at that was so cool. The little shadows going up, signaling the daylight, and then the stars forming. And you have this color, which looks pretty merged, like if I say so. but then it goes back to blue, and then the moon goes there, and like I kind of wish I talked about this before. I kind of wish it had the other moon there, signaling that this is very different in terms of what's been going on. Because you know, like two moons, they were very cool, but I could see how it had to technically be undone by the finale of season one in order for season two to work. Because don't get me wrong, a blood moon is pretty intimidating, but it would kind of just be if there was just a regular moon right next to it. And let's talk about the other moon. The other moon was also red, but it wasn't like red like the blood moon was red. It was red like Mars is red. But really, my question is, where the heck did the other moon go? Did it just evaporate? Did it go somewhere else? Where is it in this new universe, essentially? Where did that go? Is my big question. Did it fuse with this? Actually, I don't even. I should probably go and look back on it, honestly, because like my thought was, okay, there's two moons. They're pretty far apart off each other. So if one would go away, one would just be fine. But my other thought was, did it like fuse into one big moon or something like that? Who knows? Really, who knows what this new universe? So let's see here. We go to, and we see Lloyd. It is so this wasn't like an error or whatever. But yeah, like Lloyd is already in his costume, and I'm so curious where he got this costume from. But it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't really bother me that much. It's just like it's still just so cool to see him finally being a master like his sensei. It's so good. And this frame right here is pretty great too. All them just looking inside, being like in awe of this place. And then you see everybody. You see this guy here, this guy, Pale Man, Tox, always great. There's Melopian, there's Black, or Frack. No, Black is somewhere else. There's Rhodey. What if you could see like Roz and other people here? You see her there. Big guy back there. You see, I think his name was Devillian, I think, or a Devillian, something like that. And pizza, they have pizza. We know Cole's love of pizza ever since season one. He used the sword of fire to cook his pizza, which was based of him. Got noodles, some saltier tea, fruits. This looks good pizza, to be honest. Pepperonis. I'll take out the olives, but I'll leave the leaves in. Like the leaves look pretty good. You got sushi here. Isn't that kind of messed up to be eating sushi in front of Melopians? Or never mind, this is Melopian, my bad. Well, I assume they're probably used to eating fish stuff. But it's fine, it's cool. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, bro's eating pie. Oh, is this a girl? Or a guy? Yeah, bro wants to have a lot of sandwiches if he wants to eat that. Poor guy, he doesn't know he can't eat his pie. But I guess he just puts it away. Which is based of him. Oh. Bro, why do you drop your plates like that? I guess he didn't. I guess he saw how good or not good that pie is, so he dropped his sandwiches. Bro, that's kind of rude. And the plate too, like, wow. That's not nice. Blue Melopian. Other. But yeah, that's a huge menu. I wonder if you can see what's in it. But I like how Wildfire. She does take a look at it. She's still more interested in whatever the foods are. So she's just gonna go throughout them, or just really just look into what. Oh my gosh, yeah, there's some writing in there. Can anyone translate? I don't know Ninjago language, and I don't have a translator on me. I can try to sort through this, but it's like way too quickly and way too blurry, so I can't make this. But you as the viewer, I command you. Or I ask for your aid. Translate this, please. It's probably something silly like, haha, no one else is able to read this, lol. Something said like that. Okay, I guess it's a little clearer there, but yeah, they had to have written something down if they knew people were gonna look at it. Okay, wait. You kind of make this one out more clearly. Okay, so everyone watching, please let me know what this says. I would like to see what funny things they put in there just for the sake of whatever. Yeah, epic banquet. And I love Nia saying this to meeting the other masters. Like, good to see them, and they're all happy to see you too. Talk to you, like the hair, and now that's kind of sweet. And Mr. Bale, good to see you, or not good to see you, which is funny. Oops. This is like very sweet because like we love reunions. I bet part of her was wondering like, where were you during the event of Seabound? Which it's understandable, really. Yeah, like where's what's her name? The mistress of Shade. She kind of just dipped out. But yeah, but I like how Jordana just sneaks in. She's great. And I like the new armor that she seems to have. Like, that's really neat. And she has this, too. Does that mean she's already Elemental Master? Or whatever is compelling her to give her thing? What we saw... Okay, right, so... It's presumed that she's possessed by one of the five, and that's why she acts the way she acts right here, at least. At least before she goes up to... Goes up to Sora right here and pulls her aside, like... Hey... And she's like, you. Which is kind of funny. This is a funny thing. At least until you learn what apparently is happening. Yeah, like she's. And I like, yeah, like Jonetta is pretty much asking for help here. Like she even just sounds right says it. Help her, Anna. But she's still calling her pretty much her dead name. And yeah, like if this really is the case, it's kind of sad if she's just outright being possessed by one of the five into making her do things to be with the Roz and such. Because you can see here, her eyes glow just like... Yeah, like this is just disturbing, to be honest. Like just seeing her like suddenly jet back like this is crazy. Like she looks back here and then like cracks her neck pretty much. Like, ugh. That's crazy. See, like, does this mean she's technically an Elemental Master now, or not? Because she doesn't really say much after this. Then you have Nox pulling up, looking shadowy as ever. And and it seems to be like... It's presumable because he was part of the five that no one here would know who he is. So, like, they wouldn't be having that much panic about it. So, like, that's crazy. And yeah, I like how pretty much Sender's the only one to get into the wear of the tournament by wearing this. Also, like, at the same time, Noct is like the most evil looking guy here. So it's funny. It's funny. And he was never far Noct. But the way she says that and the way she looks at him, does that mean she is this like this definitely like the part one? This is the soul of the five who's talking. And wow, Cinder here being hater number one, hater of Kai and everything he stood for. Like messed up. Bro pretty much died. This is how you treat him. Don't spit on his grave. And I do not blame Wildfire at all for wanting to burn him up right here. She was based of that. Also based of the security bots that come up. This is just, look at him. He knows what he's doing. And yeah, it does make sense for them to not fight in this arena, especially in the setting. because it does make sense, and it is pretty good for like city little scenes like this for the enemies to be like, haha, look at us, we're here, but you can't do anything about it, haha, stupid. Yeah, they do have a chance to beat them, so Neo's right about that for sure. And unfortunately, Lloyd just wanted to get a piece of pie. And we have this guy here who he does resemble like a gargoyle slash demon, or even just one of those guys in Nexonites, and a Devonian. I wonder what realm he's from, but it doesn't seem that nice. At least to Lloyd specifically, who Lloyd just wants to know of him. Those noodles look good. But yeah, like bro seems very disinterested. And yeah, bro just wants to say, I never actually met a Devonian, which there's a lot of people you haven't met, Lloyd, to be honest. And this is the funniest scene. Lloyd drops the water bottle. I think he kicks it and it falls or something. It just falls to Roz's feet, which is funny. Him being in such an awkward position, and then Roz just looks at him like that. That's funny. It's great. And of course, Lloyd being scared and all that. He said, "Did I startle you, Lloyd? If you've come to fight, we've all come to fight." Which I mean, that's true. Everyone's here is all come to fight. Team here is here to win the tournament. And I like his armor piece. He really brings back the look of him with the pink. Matching is also good to see him wearing his pretty much having sleeves out look with the like his pink stripes out. You know. Good look for Roz. Base look. Skull guy. Motor girl. This guy. There should be more people here. Yeah, bro sings the poet and he's like, yeah, that's pretty good. And then everyone agrees. This guy especially. Then boom! Betrayed for the last time. Which I would assume... Well, for by Z-Trix, which it is confirmed here. So it must be you, Ninja, who disarmed us. I spent years planning revenge on my twin. And the way she says it here, plus... Really, the robe she's wearing, I could assume she was going to try to slip out or slip her and then replace her, right? That would have been pretty much good revenge on her, honestly, if she was able to commit to it, really. Just go in there, yoink, take out her sister, or her revenge, and then just slip in and pretend to be Beatrix herself. That'd be like an A-tier plan. So, I mean, I totally get her frustration at the ninja, but I also really do like how it's not a situation where, oh, okay, this is a person Lungo who's betrayed by someone bad, so they must be good now, they must be on our side. But no, Z-Trix, who we can assume is here, is bad too, like at least from whatever she was been through and when they took out her dad. So like this makes it interesting, who we have someone who's pretty much sort of basically on the same like status as Beatrix, but we don't know how it works given how it's like sort of a democracy or something over there now, or like there's a bunch of group of people who speak about it, so we don't even know what that's about. And again, we don't even know where Beatrix is, so that just makes it all the more interesting, like for real. And yeah, we learn what it is: elementum power, master of shockwaves. Which that's an interesting way of putting about it. And it does make sense given how her power worked back then. And her powers look really sick. These are straight up hexagons. Destined to destroy every single one of these. And yeah, like for real, like her sister rubbed off her hard. Like in terms of personality, because she is like, this is something Beatrix would say if she had elemental powers. Plus the overconfidence too, like, and they do bring this up, but could she have done that to the matriarch? So-called masters of these games, which, I mean, if everyone here was given their powers after the merge, it would make sense for her to have all this confidence because she's had her powers since birth from her father. That might be a boy, or that might be a guy. I was just looking at the lips, or that's a girl. Didn't notice the lips. Yeah, there's this guy. He doesn't care. He's like, Arr. He's like, that was weird. What the Sigma? And yeah, I like how we get this little brief moment between uh Beatrix and Roz. Your sister didn't find you so difficult to defeat, which is a crazy burn. And yeah, it is crazy to see these two meet up again, especially after we know how much history they had. Like, wow. And so early too. Like, this is just season 2. Like a Wildfire immediately tries to go for the attack, but is stopped by Nia, which is great. And yeah, Sora again with her arm. Like, that's definitely prosthetic. Yeah, what are you doing here? Which is pretty much something she would say. And yeah, she commands elemental masters, which we don't even know what Nox's elemental power is, nor quote unquote Jordana's powers. Yeah, plus like yeah, she does make a good point. He is strong, but he doesn't have an element, but he commands elemental masters, which that is a good like backhand. Yeah, because if I were the sister to Tequila's father, which is true. And then where was any person? Elements of our buzzkill, am I right? Isn't that weird? Isn't that crazy? And I like how he goes, like, he gets all gloomy about it, which it's understandable because so much happened in this night. And that was a crazy dinner. And yeah, like I love Lloyd's look here. This is A-tier costume. And yeah, we get this little moment here. This is a nice place, to be honest. It gives me vibes of that one. Okay, deep cut. For those who don't know, there was like this one scene where after Robin presumably kills a guy, he goes and hides into like a temple sort of place in Tokyo, and then the other Titans find him, and of course they interrupt the one moment he has a Starfire kissing her. But yeah, like this reminds me of that place really. But yeah, hold on, they do mention something here. Jay ate the host's fern. Thing it was I said. Now, call me crazy. Would that have been Christopher? Well, I mean, no. Garmadon planted Fern, Christopher, in like another place, so it was probably not. Plus, I mean, if he did do that to Garmadon, I think pretty sure he would be died. Like Garmadon would just kill him. But yeah, as for a fish waiter in the kingdom of Merlopia, that's funny. So this really does imply that they've been to places and done a lot more things than just what we know between seasons. So there is fish people, assumably, which there is sushi here, but like asking for it in front of a guy who's made of fish, that's a little insulting, really. And yeah, they bring it up Jay here, so it makes sense to have us not forget who Jay is, especially later. But yeah, I like we have this moment here where they all pretty much like theorize about what's going on and who the co-conspirator would be. Plus, you know, who's after revenge of who killed the matriarch and who's going to be after Source Dragons. But Wildfire does mention here the one who's has her eyes on is Blecht, which don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's probably not Blecht, but like, wouldn't it be funny if it really is like whatever he has going on? I mean, it wouldn't make sense. He owns everything here, which like why would he do that now? But at least how many times he's been sidelined, it would be a good thing to keep a note on, you know? See if maybe that has any clues other than Wildfire's admitted crush on Rhodey. And I like how Wildfire goes to snuggle up with Ryu because it's kind of like how she slept with under the wing of Heatwave, and this is like so sweet. Look at them. They really are a family. And I like this little moment with Floyd here. seeing them all go to sleep, and he goes back to rest himself. Which I don't doubt Bro's not wanting to go to sleep first because of all the dreams he had. But it would make sense, especially now, for him to be a little bit easier to do so, especially with all the things he was taught of how to control with his visions. And like, yeah, this suit looks great. So yeah, then we see later the intruder, and oh man, I really love this whole keeping around that painting or picture of his pretty much his other found family. Bugs. Oof, maybe always not getting the best sleep. Look, he has his hand on his head. Zane's definitely getting the best sleep. Look at him. He's content to sleep on his back like that. He's fine. But yeah, here we see the bots, and I really want a minifigure of this guy. He just looks so cool. Got like a cape too. Purple stuff. Purple colors. Plus a cape. Like, that's an A tier figure if they make it. And it is interesting how he went after Lloyd specifically. Like, sure, he might have been the first one here, rather, but he knew the importance of Lloyd and him having to be the master, so-called, of this place, so he would be the first one to be attacked. Okay, how would you make this piece, though? Because it's a hoodie, but also it has, like, the half mask, so you might have to use, like, a cutout piece or something like that. Or maybe just use Sora's mask hood. So then he pulls out with whatever this is, a branch of the mother garden covered in acid, I would assume, or some sort of toxin. Which it would be presumed that if this person is if this bot is able to copy elemental powers, that it copied Tox's toxins and then administered it into this. So like, really, that just makes it interesting. And I like how Ryu was the one to detect this and wake everyone up. Which goes to show how many senses at least he has, because if he weren't here, they would probably be dead. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, like, he looks cool too. Look, he's really just a reverse version of the security bots that are already here. So like, again, we have another mystery. Who made this bot? Or the other bots? And yeah, like, that apparently has no joke of able to dissolve his bed like that. Yeah, high levels of hostility. Thank you, Zane. Yeah, and I love how they all go elemental mode on this. Like, all their hands are glowing. It was so cool, dude. Zane sliding in, like, look at you. And they all go in the attack. And it looks so cool. Like, look at this frame. But nope. Bro, he jumps up out of it and makes a shockwave at that. So how does he do that? And I'll mention it later, but he's able to use a shockwave from Zeatrix and then escapes on his own, really. I like this POV showing him running off the bench, or jumping on the bench rather, and then crashing into the window. And there's the moon. That was cool. And okay, that's a really good shot. Ooh, that was cool. Slides down the roof of this place and then hops off. And that's just straight up cool. Bro is definitely committed. And I like how Aaron was able to use this to grab onto somebody, like, and that's a really good way of using a grappling hook. Yeah, so we see, I think it was right here. He hops away, and then when they are in pursuit of catching him, Here it is. When they're about to get him, rather, he... Okay, it's a smoke bomb. That's a very small detail that pretty much no one here watching would know that he did it using element. But, I don't know, smoke bombs are weird in the sense that, okay, either you teleported there out of your own or you used a smoke bomb to quote-unquote teleport there out of you. But it seems to be here, even though he has a smoke bomb, he straight up teleports. Because he pushes this down. Well, I guess it makes sense because it was to deter Zane and Cole to make them crash into, or really fall off of this here. And land on the wall. While he's over here. But we don't see him reappear with the smoke. So, well, that could be interpreted as, oh, he has a power of smoke too. No, it just seems like he used a smoke bomb and he made it here. Which, again, even if he didn't have the Elements Master of Smoke, it does show that he's able to copy them. Which is very interesting. We've never seen anything like that before. Also, great frame. Here you go, Ryu with a goat here. Being the one that can fly. But poor boy can't get catch on the roof. He has the grip on the roof. He has no thumbs. But then Lloyd the goat. Oh, then again, getting a sleeve knife for a change, which poor Lloyd, he probably was. Thanks for ruining that. And I think it's right here where he pulls out shurikens. Kicks him, and then... Okay, I think it's right here, yeah. So he has shurikens, which... I mean, to be fair, anyone can carry shurikens, but you know, one character we know can carry Mr. E. So, like, maybe this is Mr. G! You know, like ANDAY, Band-Aid sort of thing. But yeah, Lloyd's so good, he's able to dodge the stuff midair. And also avoid this. Block that. Gives him a kick. Prevents him from jumping away and just slams him against the wall. But then he takes it and like it's so cool. Like this had to be the most powerful one, considering. Well, the Devoian, we don't know what his deal is, but I mean, it does make sense. Roz was able to dispose of him as quote unquote easily as he would, because I mean, Roz is there, but also like you know, he would also have the other masters at his beck and call. But again, we don't even know if this was by Roz, or even then, like it would make sense if he were to upstage it, like fake it rather. He would pretend to have one have attacked him, and the other one to attack Devonian. Well, I mean, just have one attack Devonian and one attack the ninja, and have one attack himself. Easy. You know? Because, like, we don't even know then. We don't know what happened. So it's just, like, very... very cautious. And yeah, we're all witnesses. And yeah, bro's bald, he has no stud. And yeah, it's definitely bots with how it cracks up here. And then falls apart. Which, it is interesting. Did it fall apart on its own because it was already defeated? Or did someone deactivate it willingly so to avoid learning anything about it? Do you? It's the same was never sent one after me. And then this guy here, Devonian, throws his... Like, he just dealt with it so easily, I guess. So it is interesting, like, who did this? And like how Nia asked this, not as blaming Tox on if she was responsible for the toxin on the thing, but rather, what does she make of this? Like, what kind of poison this is? And then she walks up. Oh, but she doesn't know the plant's type, rather. So she doesn't answer that, but she doesn't know what the plant's thing was. The mother garden. The, not the blame, rather, but the immediate like focus on attention isn't from. It goes from Raz to Tox, and then it goes to Zatans. I think that was that his name. Zatans. Yeah, General Muted Warriors. And I don't think it was him, honestly. This was just an extreme blame or framing by somebody. I don't think it was him, but it is. It does make sense because, especially for like, yeah, Lara Azabi, he is not our friend. That he wouldn't do that because and technically speaking, if say, like even if they are their friends, like having them, attack other people too, like that would still be some serious blame. And like, yeah, it does make sense. And then him owning up to it, like he would be fine leaving also if it makes everyone feel safer, which he's goaded for that, honestly. Yeah, he's innocent, but he wouldn't mind leaving. He's goaded for that. I know it wasn't him also, like he would never do this, but also like it is good to see some interesting, you know, things to be said about this. Like, wow. And also, these two the same person? Hold on. Okay, not good. They knew when to model characters differently in to make sure it makes good sense. Yeah, I like this beard guy. He's cool. Yeah, enough excitement for one night. Get some rest. But yeah, like that's crazy just for first night. And I'm so interested to see what the competitions are like. But yeah, then we see a moment here. Well, she seems to see Jay, and it looks like it is him. Did he know of what was going on? Did he get an invitation? But yeah, like why doesn't Jay come to her? I guess if he doesn't have any memory, then it's fine. But it does make sense at all for her to stop here, pretty much. When even when she does call for Jay, Jay doesn't answer. Oh, Jay doesn't answer and disappears entirely from the crowd. So make of that which will. And unfortunately, there are copies we could see right here. This brown head, brown. Oh, two these guys also, or three of girls. Okay, wait. There's four. No, no, no. Hold on. I'll fix it. Okay, so yeah, this is probably the best we can do. One, two, three of the helmet guys or girls. This is a regular. Two of these. Or wait, two of these too. Okay, one. Only one of the Devonians. Yeah, three. There's only one of them, and I guess a different color Melopian. There's two skeletons, and there is pretty much it. There's just four brown hair guys. So it is unfortunate. You have to have. I guess it makes sense for them to copy paste a few of the characters just to make sure they all fit, but it's fine. Also, this is crazy framing. Nia being there while everyone else runs off or walks away. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. Pretty good, pretty great episode. I've talked way more long here than I probably should have, but it's fine. It's fine. I hope the audio works pretty good, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This has been my reaction and discussion of Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 2, Part 2, Episode 13. They gather for the feast. If you like this video, please like, comments. What were your thoughts on this episode? Did you stick around for the whole thing about me talking? I hope so. Anyways, my name is ANDAY. This has been my reaction. Thank you all for watching, and see ya. Bye bye, guys.